our top mission is for you to connect and build relationship, not transaction. We don't want transactional relationships. It doesn't move the needle in the community that we want to develop.
I think there's a yearning for authentic relationships and creating a safe space. God, people can really be themselves.
Your personal brand is a doorway. It's another entry point to allow people to feel like they see you and know you enough to approach you.
Marketing and bookkeeping for a small business owner is one of those, I'm going to do it because I can't afford to have someone else do it yet.
Who is that? And it's impact-driven social entrepreneurs, impact-driven organizations, nonprofits. Like, you see something broken and you have a solution for it. I want to make sure your voice is amplified.
Hey there, my little biz besties. Welcome back to In Good Company, where real entrepreneurs share real growth stories. Thanks for liking and subscribing to my channel. Let's get into it.
I started this as, I call it a passion project, and that has a weird connotation to it, but I was so passionate about it. So when you said that in our meeting, I was like, oh yeah, it is that. That's what I've been calling it. But to give local business owners a platform for free that they can just talk about themselves however they want. In the beginning, marketing feels like, I'm going to compare it to bookkeeping. Marketing and bookkeeping for a small business owner is one of those, I'm going to do it because I can't afford to have someone else do it yet. And it feels like this big jump. Like you wish and want someone to be like, hey, Holly, it's time for you to outsource. It's not ever like that until you're like, oh my gosh, I need to outsource. I can't do this. So a lot of the clients that come in for me, it's a reactive to, I'm overwhelmed and I have just been kind of DIYing my way through it. Do you feel like that's what happens with you too?
With marketing
on your
and stuff?
Marketing side?
I just offer so many different things that it's really like, what door do I meet them at? So for me, it's more hearing their story. And then going, okay, based on where you're at there, this is the one of million offers I can give you based on that niche. I've got lots of skills. So it could be marketing, it could be community building, it could be like a wide range.
So with you having so many offerings, I'm curious, with your day-to-day, do you ever feel like, I really got to hone this in? I need to like have one solid, or are you like, no, I love doing a lot of different things? Where are you at with that?
I'm finding balance in it. However, I'm neurospicy. So even if I honed it down, I would pick up others because that is just how my brain goes. I'm an accordion. I go out and then I come back in. But I launched one of my businesses I launched in January, and that's my branding agency. So I've been doing things under an umbrella that was kind of like, here's my miscellaneous umbrella. It can all fit underneath there. But what I found is I wasn't making it easy for people to buy from me because they didn't have the clarity. Even though if I could have the conversation with somebody and share it with them, they're like, but where do I see you doing all these things, but I don't understand where to plug in. And I was making it really difficult for people to pay me. And I was like, let's not do that. Because my heart is, if I have the ability, I want to serve in that way. But the lack of clarity for them on the outside, even though I'm a brand strategist and marketing person, I wasn't doing them a service by not giving some more clarity. So I have that as more of the people that need to know what's the doorway. That's very clear. That's where I go. And then the other pathways, because I run 6 communities, over 60,000 people. So there's lots of doorways. I have a hiking group. I have a women's equity group. I have local women organizations, global women organizations. So there is, I'm an ecosystem builder, but most people don't understand what that means, or like a community architect. So branding is such an element of that, and marketing. And I've been in marketing for 20 years. Medical sales and marketing is what I was in before. Which was me calling on doctors' offices, which was a different thing than community. Like there's lots of different, when someone says marketing,
it's like,
Yeah, they're like, I need a marketing person. It's like, yes, but do you need somebody that can do podcasts? Do you need somebody that could do online content?
Specifically.
Face-to-face marketing. What does that look like? And so it's really challenging because I can do so much in marketing that once I nailed it down more, my company is called The Pop Agency. POP stands for Purposeful On-Brand Promotion.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
once I honed in on that, and the poppy flower is part of my brand, and it shows up in some of my other brands. And really what that was for me was that clarity of, who do I want to work with? Can I work with a lot of people? Yes, I can.
Sure.
But when we nail down our brand and go, but who?
Right.
Who makes your heart sing? Who is that? And it's impact-driven social entrepreneurs, impact-driven organizations, nonprofits. Like, you see something broken and you have a solution for it.
Yeah.
I want to make sure your voice is amplified.
Yeah.
So you don't, like you said, when people are stressed out and they're like, I don't know how to do the marketing. If that's holding you, if that's a barrier for you to make the impact that you have been divinely gifted to make an impact on the world, how can I remove, like, is it that you need my community? Is it that you need my access? Is that you need branding, your voice? Do you need graphics? What is it that you need to remove that barrier so you can make your impact? That's the story I want to do. Like, that's the door I want to meet them
And they
at.
might not know how to put that into words.
No,
right?
most of the time they don't.
Marketing is so vast. And when I say, financials and marketing, same thing with financials. People can say my financials are a mess. That can mean a lot of things. So with marketing, I need a marketing person. They might not be able to say, I really want my graphics to look better, but through a conversation, you can kind of pick out those details.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And I obviously felt that because I didn't know what I needed. I have a person that's doing content, but really honing in on their voice and how that, making it easy for people to buy, because that can be a big obstacle too. So we met through the WOW Network, which is a Facebook group. And before the WOW Network, which, like, was there a before WOW Network?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's when it's like BC. That's when it all started.
There was this narrative kind of going around. Maybe it was just on my For You page because I was thinking it, like, Facebook groups are dead. And I'm sure you've heard that. But then I met the WOW Network and was wildly surprised by how wrong that was. And I would love to hear the story of the WOW Network and how it was birthed and nurtured. Because today there's a lot going on in the WOW Network that I think if you're a new person that comes in, you might not be able to tell how many parts are moving. You just see this post that says share your stuff and you're like, yes. Then the longer you're in it, you're like, whoa, there's a lot going on in here. So how did we get to that point?
Yes. So I am a community builder at heart. That starts from like early ages. I realize as I look through patterns in my life, I am a collector of people and I'm a curator of people and I bring people in. And part of my own personal history is that I'm a trauma survivor and I am a certified relationship coach, certified domestic violence advocate, and all that's important to share is that I've always been craving, and I'm also a person with 16 years of recovery, meaning I quit drinking 16 years ago. It'll be October 16 years.
Congratulations.
And I don't believe I'm an alcoholic, but I was codependent. And I allowed myself to be in spaces that were abusive in many ways, a lot more covert abuse, not like overt. So I didn't know that's what was happening. And because of that, I was craving safe spaces. I was having trouble finding safe spaces, especially as a woman leader, to go, okay, I need to be vulnerable in this moment that I don't have it all figured out. And there's, I just got chills. Somebody needed to hear that.
Seriously.
That I have to be okay with saying I'm on this journey with you too, but the epidemic we're in is we put leaders on a pedestal and forget that they're human.
Yes.
And so when this got birthed, I had a hiking group. I had another group called Solo Date Challenge, where I empowered women to learn to love themselves through solo dating, because I needed to share that so I could leave my abusive marriage and move through and heal. So my journey is, you get to be on the journey of healing with me, and I'm figuring out as I go. Like, and
buckle up.
Let's have
We're going
fun,
together.
right? And so I crave spaces where there's curiosity present, not judgment. And in the world that we live in, there's very few spaces, I feel like, that those 100% exist, right? It may look like that on the outside, and you're like, whoa, what just happened? I just got whiplash from something. And so all of the spaces I create, I intentionally try to create psychologically safety. Now, I can't claim that that's how it always is, because we have lots of people, and
you can't control
I cannot control that, but the intention is there, is the best way to say that. And I met not Nikki, that's another story. I met Izzy Nally at Startup Week here in Louisville 3 years ago. And we both had connected on looking for mentors. And I actually connected with her for her to be a mentor for me. Because at the time, again, I'm looking for safe spaces to be vulnerable. I was a single mom. COVID just knocked out the business that I'd been doing for 11 years. Trying to start a business in relationship coaching. I'm going to a tech startup. I am literally like grasping at straws to go, what can we do? Where can I go to tap in so I can be seen and held and not have to fork out $1 million in order to do that, because it's not equitable. And I had already invested in several coaches that basically took my money. Then I can work through that. That's probably a stronger claim. I may not have been ready, but I do feel like there was a heavy lift of a lot of coaches coming on that really were not delivering what they said they were going to deliver. And I wasn't making the money to convert to do that. So I couldn't invest in high-level coaches to even help me get out of it. So I was in this, and I'm sure there's listeners here going, how do we move from this? I literally cannot afford it. Like, I'm bootstrapping this. I don't have family investments. I don't have people that can just swoop in and save me. I am literally me and my kids and figuring it out, right? And so that's where I was. I mean, I was having to do food stamps. I was getting federal
trying to do what you could.
Assistance, all of it. But outwardly, if you looked at me, you would have known that was going on, because there was no safety in me being vulnerable, because nobody's going to invest in a relationship coach that is also still trying to figure it out. Both don't seem to be able to be true, but they can be. It doesn't mean I'm less valid. So that's really how me and Izzy met. And we met because I wanted a mastermind group. I wanted a small, safe container to be able to share that experience in that time, because even I think it's might be Brené Brown or some other leader at some point that said, don't share from the wound. It may not have been Brené Brown, but I was in the wound right then. I couldn't, I'm not somebody that holds back. I'm super vulnerable. I'll share my story. But when you're in the wound of it and it's oozing, it's very hard to share that part of your story outside of it. I will share it gladly from the overcoming. But if I was out there saying, oh, I have to have food stamps so I can survive and pay my kids, most people are not feeling inspired to invest a big amount of money for going, she really hasn't figured out.
It's not as inspiring or giving the message you want.
No,
for sure.
No. And it doesn't mean there's less than. There's not. We have seasons, and that's my point of sharing that. Is that's where Woe Network started. Is I needed a safe space. And if I need it, other women need it too. And I need it to be equitable. I need it to have an easy entry point for all women, because so many of us, especially after COVID, childcare, many women lost their jobs because of the school system not being able to, I don't know, can my kid go to school today? Can it not? Louisville in 2023 was ranked number 1 for women business owners growth in the nation.
That's interesting.
Pretty sure that is due to we didn't have a choice.
Okay. Oh, that's very interesting.
And I think that's why we blew up.
Yes. So all these women were creating, like you, it was a reaction to, well, if I can't go into a place and I can't count on them, I'm going to create a space, a job, a company to fit where I am now. And that's where 2023 Louisville number 1. Did not know that.
Yeah.
And so that's it sounds like what you have been doing is you're creating these spaces, these companies, these offerings for things maybe that you were seeking in hopes, because there's a vulnerability to that too. It's you being the first one to say, hey, I need help. Yeah. So I'm going to create this in hopes that someone else will say, yeah, me too. Actually, I'm glad that you were the first. So Income's Woe Network with Izzy, which I think if you put you and Izzy side by side, the marriage is like, just because I know I've literally seen you two side by side now. The marriage of thinking and goals and really the energies of you two is perfect match. So I love that she was there in the beginning. We've been there ever since, and you have created this network for a bunch of women that raised their hand and said, yeah, okay, I need this too. So years later, it is now going through a change. And you guys are very open about that, which I love. Most of the time, some people feel, for lack of better terms, naked and afraid, where they don't want their audience or their customers or anyone, friends and family, to know, I changed my mind and I want it to be something else. They think there's shame in that, but you guys are very open.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You're going to see some changes, but this is why we're doing it.
Right.
So what are the things you work through, if anything, to be able to share stuff like that? Are you ever nervous that it won't be taken the right way? Or are you like, well, this is what we're doing?
Well, in creating a psychologically safe environment, transparency is really important. So if I am not transparent about what my experience is, how do I build trust? And trust is one of those factors of creating psychologically safe environments. So I've been very transparent and along the way. And it's just part of my core values of that is building that trust. And the same thing with Izzy. And we had conflict like last year because we've been in these growing pains. We've doubled in size every year since we started. Yeah. And we now have a paid membership, but before that we weren't, and we're really not making money off this either, even though there's a paid membership. We just invest it back in. And there's some optics in that too that we have to navigate, because I think so many people come to us for money where I'm like, this is a community. This is
not that.
It's a community. Yeah. We are investing back in the community, much like a church where people know they invest back in the community. They think of us differently. They're like, oh, they have it all figured out and they're making all this money. It's like, no, I really volunteer like 30, 40 hours a week for this community. Yeah. But it's also, it's consistency, showing up. We've built the trust because we keep showing up. And when we mess up, we fess up. We're not I'm like, oh, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I also bring micro communities together, like on Zoom. So, for instance, our BIPOC community, going, okay, somebody asked me, can we have a meeting specifically for BIPOC community? I'm like, well, I'm not going to create it without your input. So let's get on a Zoom. Yeah. What do you need? Right. What do you want? Let's start this. Let's see if it works. And if it's not, let's recalibrate. Let's figure that out, because I can't assume it. And if you're not seeing me, I'm a white woman with red hair, with glasses, and red is everything I wear all the time. And so I can't assume that I can understand without collective. And so we do that in other ways too. Like our nonprofit groups, what do you all need? Right. Our solopreneurs, what do you need? Are you a woman leader in corporate? What do you need? So we have all these like micro, but it's not cliquish. There's no mean girl energy. It's really interesting how that's worked out too. Yeah. We've only had maybe 3 instances of conflict. Interesting. In 3 years. Wow. With a lot of women. Yeah. 3,500 women. Right. It's pretty substantial.
That's pretty good. And I love that you're asking, because I think sometimes I think if I ask people what they want, am I going to be able to deliver that? Or what if they're like, why are you asking us? You should just be doing it. All this imposter syndrome comes in. In your community, you're saying, no, I'm not going to create it without asking. So are there any kind of, barriers that come up? Or are you just like, well, no, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm going to ask them. I mean, it feels terrifying for some weird reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, my energy is co-creation. Okay. So this is a community for us. This isn't a community for Holly and Izzy. This is a community for us, meaning co-creation. So I can only know that. I'm also very intuitive, and I observe behavior too. So they may not always tell me, but I can feel the energy of the room. And some people are like, well, I don't know what we're going to do at this meeting. I said, well, sometimes I don't know till we show up.
Right.
And it's like, pick your own adventure, because if we have 30 people in the room, I have to change the program of the event. Our top mission is for you to connect and build relationship, not transaction. We don't want transactional relationships. It doesn't move the needle in the community that we want to develop. Yeah. Do people have transactions? 100% they do. But it's so much more rich and so much more powerful for our community when we build those relationships first. So we're relationship first, transaction later, and it's all good. Now, some things are easy, no brainer. Like, I need a brand specialist. You're a brand specialist. Yeah. Let's do that. I mean, some things make sense, but we draw in a lot of healers, a lot of multi-passionate women, a lot of things that it's hard to know grief counseling, death doula, if I don't hear their story. And what does that even look like? Because we have so many non-mainstream, because again, they're impact-driven women who are creating a space for things that are needed that aren't traditionally what business looked like. Right. And that's why this is all shifting. And the world needs that to heal. And we need amazing accountants and CPAs and other people that can help us structure our business so it's both.
I love that.
We need both, right? Like there is a need in all of it. And that's why I think it's working, is that it's not one or the other.
Well, and as someone that is, I've been in a B&I group for several years. It's a different energy going into the group. So with B&I, it is transactional. It's I'm glad like you're a mom and you do like mom things, and it's cool you have a tattoo, but like I really just want to talk about like this, versus going into a group and saying like, hi, I'm a human being. I think there's a yearning for authentic relationships and creating a safe space. People can really be themselves, and that makes you. So I think, using you for example, people fall in love with the person first, and then they're like, wait, I really want to buy from you because I really adore you. How can I do that? So it's so special. I feel that going into the group. I have bought, interviewed, done several things with other women in the group. Cakes, pictures, like vow pictures, all kinds of things. And they're very specific. Like you said, I didn't know I would have a need for a direct primary care doctor until I joined the WOW network, met one and thought, oh my gosh, well, yeah, of course. So I love that you're doing that. Every time I've seen you virtually and in person, you have a brand. You are a walking brand. Yes. Like, from head to toe. And it's infectious. You are telling me, as someone that just radiates, this is my brand. You are telling me when we meet up, well, yeah, that's part of your brand. So as an observant person, that makes sense. You pick these things up. How do you do that virtually? How do you help someone? And this is the logical part of my brain.
Yeah, I love both sides. All of it's good. Yes.
Like,
how does that convert?
Yes. How, a lot of the work that you do might be virtual because you're meeting people and your work is virtual. So how can you pull that out of people when you are just a walking, this is my brand, and it's like, I want more of that. Yeah. Like, how do you get that out of people?
So for instance, if somebody doesn't have a personal brand, how do they develop their personal brand?
Yeah.
Well, first you have to know what your core values are.
Okay.
And anchor that, because when you know what your core values are, you're going to attract, if you embody that, then you are going to attract more of that.
So embodying is part of it.
Yeah. Okay. So first you have to uncover it. Yeah. Then embody it. So my top core values is connection, creativity, freedom, growth. Did I miss one? Is that 5, 4? Oh, service, it's connection, service, creativity, freedom, and growth. And it's important to have an order too, because they may compete with one another.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you're up for a job and let's say growth isn't if it was number one for me and they gave me no opportunity for advancement, it may not fit, but connection's my top core value. So I know that that's why you see me in pictures with everybody in the city and I share it. And the comment I get when people meet me is, you are everywhere. You are everywhere.
It feels that way.
Yeah, because I'm also tagging.
Holly has more hours than everybody else. Like, she's unlocked a secret code. She has more hours.
Yeah.
But you're doing that intentionally because you are showing, look, I'm connecting. And it might not be, I went to a meeting, a networking meeting, and then 30 minutes later I posted. But people don't know that.
No.
They just see a picture of you with a bunch of people and they're like, dang, she knows everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and then
connecting.
I tag myself with them. So now their network sees me.
Yeah. Okay.
And expands your network. It's free networking.
Right.
Like almost everything I've done has been organic marketing too.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have never paid for an ad.
That's interesting.
Never paid for an ad.
You
Everything.
have not had that need. Or
Everything I
desired
do
to-
is organic.
Okay.
So the power of the tag, the power of being seen with other people,
Right.
and that's not I'm not using it as leverage in the sense of it out of integrity.
Right, because that's what you hear. Leverage other people's audiences, but you did not say that.
No.
Just the
And so
power
I
of the
just want
tag.
to. It's
Okay.
literally like we shared space with each other, and I don't sit there and edit them all out and make myself all glamorous. Or I'm literally like, what did I do today? Here's what I did. This is what we looked like, right? Like put my makeup on in the morning. Most likely don't do anything till the. So if you get me in 3 in the afternoon, hair is going to be a little off.
It's a different person
and
sometimes.
no lipstick on, and you might see all the blemishes I covered in the morning, and that's how you get me. And I share it online.
Right.
Like I don't care. I'm not attached to that. I want you to see the experience, and what I also hear is it gives people permission to do that too.
Yes.
That's a lot of why I share what I do online. Is I want to give people permission to show up as you.
Right.
This is me. And I did a talk not too long ago. I do teach a lot on personal brand. And at my Toastmasters, doing an introduction, I'm looking back at old pictures. I never liked pink. I was not a pink girly.
Okay.
Red was always my
it.
color.
Okay.
Me and my husband have red cars.
Yes.
I'm almost always in red, and I didn't really fully embody red until maybe like 2 years ago, where like literally that's what you see me at. I always
this
knew.
hasn't been on all. You haven't always worn all red. That's shocking. It feels like you were born in red.
Yeah,
Here's Holly, wrapper in a red blanket.
I'm all the colors. I would
Okay,
wear all the
okay.
colors. You wouldn't see me in black very often.
Sure.
Like I was always very colorful, but I noticed that. So I do have a story about the red though.
Love it.
When I was a medical sales rep, I was calling on offices, and I have red hair. And honestly, I'm a blonde, by the way. Yeah, like
Unveiling Holly.
yeah. After my first divorce, I went red because my hair would always pull red. I'm a strawberry blonde, so it is always like pulling red.
there.
Yeah, but I'm not. So people ask me, I say it's enhanced. But I was a drug rep, and a lot of drug reps at the time were all blonde.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. So I use it as my own marketing tool. I would take big red gum, because I'm a tall redheaded woman, to my offices. And for years, I would see people at the grocery store. I might have met them once, like, big red.
You were forming this brand without even.
I gave a speak at Startup Week 2 years ago. I gave the big red gum out because I was talking about personal brand and building your personal brand. And I saw somebody at a meeting. This was maybe in the spring. She goes, I still have your gum. You just don't know how
Right.
simple even a color
Yeah.
can do. I have people that will see me on an event across the room, like a Muhammad Ali. They'd be like 200 people in a room.
Far.
And they're like, I saw you. And they've seen me online. They've never met me in person. It made them feel safe to come to me, to introduce themselves. So like, I saw it, I knew it was you.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to meet you. And I'm like, I'm in a really humbling place where I'm like, this all feels very surreal.
that's
The power of just color.
Yeah.
Some people think, I have to have this image consultant and I have to be perfect and I have to. No.
Yeah.
Like your style's more casual and you have kind of like a rock vibe that's kind of like this casual. It's like a bluegrass mix of like rock and bluegrass kind of like vibe is what I get from you.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, you have a musician family, so you like
Right.
lean into that, but you share that part of your story. I know that because you share it.
Right.
The people that don't share are missing an opportunity to connect with people where it's like, okay, so we have our brand for Woe Network is poppies.
Yep.
And so we have poppy pins that we give to our members, our paid members. Wear it. It's a conversation piece. Don't make it hard for people to connect with you.
Yeah.
Give them something. So
You're
a big red piece of
opening the
gum.
door.
That's
Yes. Oh, I love that. I love that.
a pen. Even it could just be like so people that are authors, they'll have like a pen that says ask me about my book.
Oh, yeah. I love
You
that.
could be like, ask me about numbers. I love
Right.
numbers. You'd be like, and I guarantee you, people will be like, I hate numbers.
hate
You're my
numbers.
person. You need you just need to
Yeah.
wear a shirt that says
I need something.
yes.
Yeah.
I love numbers.
that.
And they will eat you up.
Attract. Yeah.
They'll be
That's
like, oh my
terrifying.
gosh, I hate them.
Right.
I need you in my life.
I need someone like
oh,
that.
you need that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need,
I need to.
yeah.
Mental note. Now I'm doing the thing that we said we wouldn't do. Shannon, write that
Yes.
down. So I love that you're giving people permission to show up, to share. You're also intentionally creating this. I've opened the door. I am who I am. Come and talk to me, because sometimes you think, people will label themselves, oh, I'm so extroverted, or, oh, I'm very approachable. It's how they see themselves. I'm obviously still figuring it out for myself. So any compliment or any kind of, adjective that describes, I'm like, me. But you're giving people this permission to just come and talk to me, girl with the red. Like now you know someone, because going to an event and you don't know someone can either hinder you from going, or you go and you're like, I don't know anyone, I'm leaving. So you're giving that permission. I love that.
Yeah.
Personal brand feels foreign to people that don't have a personal brand, but you can help pull that out.
Yeah. And you don't have to be red. You could just, like I literally just said, like literally you could just wear I love numbers. And that
And it
could
can
be your
be
personal
that.
brand.
It
It
can
could
be
be as
simple.
simple as that.
Yes. Okay.
Your personal brand is a doorway. It's another entry point to allow people to feel like they see you and know
Right.
you enough to approach you.
Right.
You know?
And we don't want to minimize the importance of that, because sometimes, like in the very beginning of this conversation, people are thinking, what can I outsource? What should I outsource? Marketing, this giant, vast of situations. I'm not there yet, but we don't want to minimize the importance of a brand, because that is what will bring people in, make people feel connected.
Yeah.
I remember, what was it, maybe a year ago? I don't even think it's been that long. You did branding pictures, AI branding pictures.
Yes, those are so fun.
Which is so genius in a world of, we have a lot going on. It's hard to take the time to get all glammed up, or maybe you're just not in the season of, you just don't want to do that. I don't love getting glammed up, but you said, send me a few pictures. There was a form, a very easy form to fill out. And you created, I honestly think you over delivered.
Oh, I did. I
Yeah,
do.
okay.
I do.
You were like, oh, like maybe 10. And
You probably got like 200
way
or
more.
something. Yeah.
So this is an example of, you are just picking a service that you think people need and just going with that. Are you still doing that?
Yeah. So I started that in January. Like literally,
It hasn't even been a year.
No.
Okay.
I LLC'd my business
Yeah.
December. I didn't get the paperwork till the beginning of January, and I launched it. And I was like, well, I literally learned how to do it on a YouTube clip, and I was
Really?
like, I could do that, and that would be fun. Let me throw it out there.
People lost their minds.
I have done 100 women leaders. People have been on TED stages with the images. They've won awards and it's on the screen. It's been a part of. So what I love is it's breaking barriers.
Yes.
I'm very equity driven. And the interesting part that we talked before we got on today about like people looking at camera and how they show up. When you get opportunities to see things side by side, then you get to observe and go, that's interesting. That's curious that a population might do this, or these people do it this way, or whatever that looks like, right? It's information, and we come. You're a curious person like I am, so we observe and And I do little quarter turns all the time. Like, oh, how did that feel in my body? What did that look like?
Okay.
How was that received?
Yeah.
I'm constantly in a self-awareness bubble of like recalibration and going, I don't know how that felt in my body. What does that look like?
Yeah.
You know, I quit drinking 16 years ago. So now I'm in I get to feel it all. I don't have anything that filters the feelings.
Like, I'm feeling everything.
Yeah.
So you're
I
checking in
optimize
with
it.
yourself.
Oh, all the time.
Frequently.
All the time. Even in the energy of the room. If the energy doesn't feel good, I'm out. I don't have to stay for permission to stay. I stay because I want to connect or whatever. But the reason why I say that is what was interesting out of the 100 women I did a few men, but for the most part, 100 women, probably 85% of them were Black women of color.
Interesting.
And what I found was really interesting about that was the feedback that I was getting that as a white woman, I might be like, oh, I have to go find an outfit or whatever, and I might get to do my hair or I might get a hair makeup. I don't really have to. I can make it happen.
Right.
But for women of color to have to go get their hair done could be a full day event just to get that part done. A lot of makeup artists don't understand women of color skin.
It's a totally different situation.
So then they have to hire that out. So you're talking not just hiring the photographer, you're talking about the wardrobe.
Yeah.
You're talking about the hair, the makeup, the full spectrum.
Okay.
So the fact that
a lot more work would be going in.
So much more. And we don't look at the equity of that, of like what that looks like.
Sure.
And then also the time to take off to do all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even just the financial part of it, it's the
Right.
time. And the stories that I've heard from these women, they're like, thank you, because now I can build my website.
Yes.
Thank you, because now I can put this on social media. Thank you, because, and the interesting part is what I found, and this is interesting and this is just observation, I've had more women of color share my work than white women. Oh. And there's a lot of shame attached to what I feel like from some of the energy I've felt, and is that I feel like white women get stuck on one particular image, and they need to make sure that that looks perfect. Yeah. And to say that I'm using some other thing, they're really struggling with this. I'm not being authentic. But the reality is I think they're really struggling with how they are perceived, and what I observe, because I also work in racial equity, and again, I'm a white woman. I can't share as though I'm in that lived experience. I'm just outside looking and observing in a different way. They're typically more colorful. They change their hairstyles more. Yeah. They are more free with their creativity. And I've gotten to work within that. So they get multiple styles when they work with me. Like, can I have it in that? I'm like, yes, let's put it in locks. Let's put it in curls. Let's do it. They could not get their full spectrum of personality in one photo shoot.
A lot to unpack.
Yeah,
there.
that was, sorry. That was,
like my brain went 100 different ways for like the reasonings, you know, and I can only speak on myself because I think there's something to the freedom that they felt to say, look at this photo versus, you know, myself, when I received the photos, I looked through them to say, well, which one looks the most like me? Which one, you know, I change my hair all the time. So I wasn't too worried. I personally wasn't worried about the hair because I mean, I get extensions, I color it. I'm all over the place. Husband gets a different woman like every 6 weeks.
Yes.
You're welcome. But there is some kind of freedom to be said that they posted them, shared, said, Holly did this, and the color. Because mine was neutral. I hit the neutrals. So, as an observer, you got to see that and receive that feedback. And you asked for it. And I love that. People felt like they could share that with you. Yeah. Which all goes back to your personal brand is creating a safe space. If you like it, awesome. If you don't, tell me why. What could I have done to serve you better? Yeah. And I think there's more to be said by that than well, they didn't like it, I shouldn't do this anymore, because you're still doing it. Oh, because I'm sure there are people that are like, Holly, it doesn't even look like me. Okay. I hear you. Pivot, check in, keep going, versus, well, I can't do this anymore. So I love that.
Yeah, I'll share one other thing that was really powerful. But, we're talking about AI.
Yeah.
I do AI training. I do these
Yeah.
branded AI photo shoots is what I call them. And they're not your typical like app. Like I really am gifted in it. And I can say that. Like I've had people that I teach them how to do it. And they're like, no, can you just do it for me? Like I can't do it because I'm a prompt engineer. I know what to look for. I know how, and my degree is in interior design and graphic arts too.
Okay.
So I know how to create.
You're there.
I'm a producer of the image in a way. So there's some people like, well, you can just get on an app. No, and I pay for the software for each individual thing. It's not like I pay for one software. Like every image I create for you, I pay for. And then I give it to you. So I give an abundance in it. And that's one thing. But the other thing that I noticed, since we're talking about AI a little bit, is there were a few women of different sizes, right? Mm-hmm. And AI, because a lot of it has been trained on smaller Asian frames, was where some of the training had come from.
Yeah, okay.
That it really struggled with different women of size.
Ooh.
And so it really challenged me. And the grace that these women gave me, they're like, you actually made me a little thinner. And a lot of these women work in body positivity spaces.
Wow. So they were
they were challenged. No, because they want to be authentic and authentically their beautiful size of who they are in that moment. And I honored that. So instead of sending a message back, I voice clipped and said, I hear you. And I understand the importance of that. Yeah. So we had a voice exchange because I wanted them to hear my energy and
where
go, no, what
from.
I will gladly make more. Help me understand. Let's work through this program together so I can create for you. I believed that I could.
Right.
Now, was it 100% perfect? Maybe not. But they knew that I was trying and that it was out of, because I want you to feel seen and beautiful in the exactly how you are. And that's what these do create. I just had to work with my prompt engineering for it to deliver those results.
I love that you're saying prompt engineering because, AI is here.
Yeah.
You are part of the crowd of content creation and things like that. One of the first industries that we were told would be taken over by AI was social media marketing and things like that. I've also been told that and I'm like, okay, no. People still like to work with people. But you're leaning into AI like hard and I love it. And you're not one time did you say, well, I just ask chat. Now I do love chat. I probably tell chat more these days than like the normal person, which, questionable, but I'm like, well, chat listens. You're leaning into all avenues of AI. Yeah. And have you felt any kind of AI is going to take your job?
No.
Not at all. We're leaning. We're using.
Co-creation. That is like, I guess that might be one of my new core values. It's co-creation. It's not taking over one way or the other. We need balance in our life. And balance can also be, some people are like, work-life balance. It's not that. It's more of are you showing up in all of your values and what does that look like? Because when we do that, that's our North Star. That's our thing that follows. And so for me, co-creation is part of it because connection's my top core value. Of course, I want to co-create because connection doesn't happen solo.
Right.
I mean, I can connect with myself. I can connect with spirit. I can connect with earth and all that. But like co-creation is a part of that. Yeah. So it is a top core value of mine. And so I see AI as a co-creation with me. Yes. I'll say, no, not that. That's not what I mean. This, do that. And I mean, I do voice stuff. I create custom GPTs. In the past 2 weeks, I've created 6 custom GPTs, one for grant writing for women so they can get funding. One for my new program called Collab Code, because that's launching. By the way, it's www.thecollabcode.com.
Okay.
I have a new framework around collaboration. What I've learned from everything about the co-creation, I'm creating an entire framework so we all have a language so we can continue to create psychologically safe environments in every place we're at. What
you're saying you created prompts. What do you mean? What does that mean?
So for my photos, I'll say, okay, this is their brand, this is their vibe, this is the energy I want them to emote. These are the colors, this is the lighting I want you to use, this is the angle, this is the vibe. So I set the entire stage.
Okay.
Much like when we came in here, they set the cameras in a certain way, the microphones in a certain way. You sit here, the lighting's here. I do that, but through words and text, and then put it in the program. And then I put 10 to 15 of your images that do not have to be professional images. Literally, sometimes I take them off people's Facebook pages because they take a while to give it to me. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And it looks like them. Now, are 100%? No, that's why I give. I typically tell people I'll give you 12 images and I give you over 100, which may overwhelm people, but I want you to have a choice because you see yourself differently than I can see you. Yeah. And you might go, well, that hand was weird, but I can put a dot over it on my social media. Nobody's going to see that. Yeah. And that could just be, you know, so there are things we can still use and repurpose in it. Okay. But the other interesting part, oh, you'll love this. I've had multiple women, because I do give a variety of sizes, because that's sometimes how AI does. It just outputs. I can't curate all of it in that way. But they said, you allowed me to see myself healthy. Oh. You allowed me to envision myself, like some women that were dealing with POS or diabetes, and they're been struggling with their weight, not body love identity, but like really truly going, I want to be able to envision. And I do a lot of manifestation work. And so for some, or vacation, like I teach vision boards in January every year to like 50 women to envision what they want. I can create an image. If you want to go on a hot balloon ride over Sedona, Arizona, I can do that for you. If you want to envision yourself in the vehicle of your dreams, I can do that for you. So you can actually start to embody, because manifestation is embodying and feeling, much like your core value. Everything is an embodiment and a co-creation. And if you can get aligned in all of that, whatever it is that you want, you can create and be open to evolving. Right. That's only why I've gotten where I've gotten, is I had an idea, I started, and we grow with it. And it's ever evolving and ever changing.
Oh, that's so special. Yeah. Oh man, that gave me chills, because it's sometimes if you're more of a visual person, however you learn or receive information, you know, I can tell someone we're going to get through this all day long. You know, especially with numbers. Number one, you're not going to go to jail. I get that all the time. Am I going to go to jail? I'm like, I don't see jail in your future when number related. But if you can give someone the gift of, this is what it looks like when you do it, it feels so much more obtainable. I love that. Yeah, you were right. I did love that. Yeah. So the collab code. Now, in our lovely Facebook group, I've seen some stuff about this. The WOW Network is popping, for lack of better terms. So sometimes things, if I don't catch it right then, I'm like, well, I hope it comes back around, because I don't know where it went. The collab code. What is it? It sounds like it's going to change the world, obviously. So what is it in layman's terms?
It's a new economy in a way. It's kind of talking numbers. It's a new economy. It's a new way of looking, or it's actually kind of like a refashioned way. We came from a barter system a long time ago, from a village mentality of, you had the cobbler that did the shoes, you had the person that we did it as a collective village. But over the years, we have siloed into all these individual homes, and we don't have the supportive networks that we used to have. I mean, we do, but we don't, right? Like it's reimagined in a different way. And because I want to create psychologically safe environments, and for better or worse, however you believe in the political arena right now, I do believe that there is a break and a shift in things that are happening that could open up an opportunity for a more equitable economy. And my tool of, I believe, collaboration, we value in the WOW Network collaboration over competition. I believe that collaboration could be the new economy in a way. And so collab code is the framework, the structure, the language, because collaboration is a skill.
Yes.
And many people don't know how to do it well. They want to collaborate.
Yep.
But where toxic endings or backstabbing or things not working or it falls flat, it's often not for the lack of passion. It's for the lack of skill.
Interesting.
And so I have there's 4 parts to my framework. The first 2 parts are more your self-awareness. It's your inner 8. What is your collab style? We all have a different style in how we show up.
Yeah.
You may have somebody that is like, I am super efficient. I get this done. I'm like, I have the ideas and I'm going to make it happen and we're just going to do it. And then you might have somebody that's like, I'm a thinker and a visionary.
The group project,
and like,
right?
Yeah, it is really the group. If you think of the group project dynamics, the ones that didn't work, I'm wanting to help you solve that.
Yeah.
Right? So collab styles is the first part. The next part is your skills, because there are different skills that are needed to actually collaborate well.
Sure.
Good listener, follow through. Like there's some clear skills. If you don't have them, it doesn't mean you can't be a good collaborator. So either one, you go try to build those skills. So now you have a map of going, how do I want to be a better collaborator? This is what I need. And or you partner with people that have that complementary skill.
Yes.
So we don't have to be all things.
Sure. That's
But
a lot.
there are certain ones that if somebody has a deficit in communication, you're going to have more contracts
Yeah.
to make sure you're protected, you
Right.
know? So we have collab styles, then we have collab skills. The next one is your currency. And money is not the only currency.
Yeah.
So there are 8 currencies.
Oh my gosh.
Your network,
Oh.
your skills, your venue, your, and that's a little bit more like taking your resources, breaking it down a little bit more. But or our emotional intelligence, the energy that we bring into the room, the experience that we bring, the knowledge, all of that has value. But oftentimes women undervalue ourselves. Marginalized communities undervalue ourselves. When the person with money comes in and says, I have money,
Yeah.
that's where the power has been.
Right.
So what this does is allow us to really have a visual aid. And it's like the wheel of life. So we look at each piece of the pie.
Yeah.
What part in that expansive wheel can you contribute to this project? You may have money, but not going to put into this.
Sure.
Well, I don't care if you have money
Right.
if you're not contributing to this collaboration. Or you may have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have time to share that knowledge, then it may not work, right? So you're looking at it as a wheel. A wheel only moves if it's circular. But if you're missing half of the pie, that's why your collaboration's not working. So you can each fill out the wheel and put it on top of each other and go, what's the gap? Do we need to bring a third person in? Do we need to hire somebody just for that sliver? What does that look like?
Yeah. Love
And then
that.
the last part is your collab structure. How do you actually do it? What's the contract? What is who's doing what? Who's owning the role? How are you negotiating that communication? Or somebody has to take a break. Who's picking that ball up in that time?
Yeah.
All the way to the exit plan. We often don't plan about the exit plan.
You don't imagine that until it's here.
Right. But the exit plan can be positive.
Right.
You also schedule in pulse points where you get to check in before it gets bad, before there's conflict.
Yes.
And go, hey, we're going to do a
each other.
quarterly check-in.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Maybe it's oh, you know what? I can only meet one time a week during this month.
Right.
When they've been trying. So the other part that we really consider is capacity. We are a world that doesn't honor capacity. But if we're not communicating that and holding space for that, then we're missing partnerships that could if we just negotiated that.
Right.
So that's a part of the structure as well. So I have something on the front end about capacity because I want people before they even try to have the conversation with collaboration go, do you really have that? Because I
where
have
are
partners
you?
where I'm like, you can't say yes to that right now.
Stop right now.
Because I also know that's going to impact me.
Right. And being able to recognize that is
you committed
so hard.
to this.
Yeah.
You don't have the capacity for that, or we need to adjust our collaboration.
Yes.
Because your capacity is going to change for us
Yeah.
if you go for that. So it's these honest,
Yes.
but there's
upfront.
no negative energy. It's like this holding space in that way. But
Yeah.
if you start to have that conversation about what is my style, here is how I approach things. This is, for instance, Izzy and I am somebody that I have an idea. I'm a kind of a unicorn in the fact that I have an idea. I go to I execute. I'm just I'm through the whole journey and it could be tomorrow. It's completed. I've written a book in a day. I'm
Right.
I'm a little bit of a weirdo in that way. So you can't take me for for that. But what I didn't realize is I was bulldozing over people that needed space to think about it first.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, I have this idea, and or I would get frustrated when people would slow me down.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's not a good idea, slow me down. If it's not, get out of my way, and I'll hold space for you, and we'll find out where it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And once we started doing that, things just felt so much more harmonious.
Sure.
But until you have that conversation,
And understanding.
you start to feel all these feelings, and you're like, they're bulldozing over me, and no, why are they always like that? It's like,
Right.
well, because their urges, that's their style.
Yeah.
And I have a whole collab recovery program within it too. So when you have fractures, when you have healthy boundaries and conversations around it, and how do you do it? And I have a custom GPT that will be your coach. That will coach you through it. And you can say, hey, I'm dealing with this with an employee. This is what they're going on. And you can say, what is their collab style? They're like, oh, it's probably this. And this is how you can approach this conversation, or this is how you handle this.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It will be a $5 million program in the next 2 to 3 years. The goal is to train everybody on the common language.
Yep.
So we have a starting point.
Okay.
And then grow from that. So tracks for nonprofits, tracks for small business owners, tracks for founders. Yeah. So you can use this same language, but input it into healthcare and education and like across the board, where we all need to learn how to collaborate better.
I love that. Oh man, I love that. So much about that. I love that you have a recovery, because I think people that hear that and say, oh, well, yeah, I got it. I understand. And they're used to collaborating in a certain way. Then they go through it and they have this idea of how things should be. And maybe they get frustrated because it didn't work out that way. You're like, let's add a recovery aspect. Let's change the way we think, change the way we work together. Let's change the definition of collaboration at its core. And you're going to have a prompt,
Custom GPT.
Custom GPT, there it is. To assist with that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. And that can be found in the network, in the WOA network?
Yeah, so you can go to,
the website.
thecollabcode.com. So it's collaboration shortened, collab code, because I'm giving you the code. I'm giving you the framework on how to do it. So I'll be training the trainers. So if there's coaches and consultants that want to help, like I have a coach that has been using my custom GPT and giving me feedback. She's like, she's a leadership coach. She has teams of people she's working with. Yeah. She's been sharing it. She goes, they're giving me ideas I'd already known and I was going to do. And they gave me even more how to navigate it. And so and what it's confirming to her what she already knew to be true and giving her efficient, effective, other additional ideas on how to approach it, because we're not one size fits all. And that's what a lot of these programs do. They try to put you in a pin. And you're like, but that didn't work. And now I just invested millions of dollars in a consultation that doesn't work because it's not what our actual dynamic are.
Yeah.
So it's equitable, it's emotional intelligence, it's business focused, it's not the power dynamic. It's a co-creation for greater impact. It takes all the things that slow down collaboration.
Okay.
And filter it out and create a space where we can have that conversation. Yeah. And it's what's needed.
100%.
There's so many people that love what they do and want to make an impact, but they can't make it happen.
Yeah. Bring it all together. Let's bring it together in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And rewire our brains for collaboration. I love that.
So I'm going to have trainings, like 2-day trainings, smaller trainings. I'll do one-to-ones.
Yeah.
The collab styles quiz is launching tomorrow. So people will have access to that.
Fun.
That's the entry point. So you can learn without paying me anything what your style is.
Yeah.
And you'll get a whole all the 8 styles. You will get a feedback on what all 8 styles are. So if you are like, I think this person might be this, you could try it out and be like, this is how they might respond.
Oh, that's nice.
I can already start implementing tools right away.
Yes, better equip you for those conversations to be had in collaborations, because without the knowledge of how someone else might be, like, you're a solo driver and you're not going to get anything done. So love that.
Yeah.
So wrapping up, we talked about a lot of things that you do. I don't feel like I made it any easier for people to
Yeah, well,
how do they buy from you? I mean, it didn't help the cause. I will talk about the things that I have done. So I love your branded photos.
Thank you.
Love, love, love. I think everyone could benefit from the branded photos. You are helping with content, nurturing sequences, podcast, the group. The group in itself is incredibly valuable. So what are some ways if someone wanted to work with you and like me in the beginning thought, I just want to work with you and I don't know what that is yet. What are the best ways to get in touch with you?
So you can go to my one of my websites is thepop.agency, and that's where a lot of my branding stuff is. But if it's marketing related, let's have a conversation. I'll do if anybody says they came in from this podcast, I will give you a free 30-minute consultation.
Beautiful.
Where we just hear about your business, and then I will share with you, and I'll give you a breakdown of what I think might be working for you. So that's one way, and that's where you'll get my branded AI photos if you want to know more about those.
Cool.
Go to thecollabcode.com. Just go to my website. So it starts to get traction because this really is the new economy.
Yeah.
I really, really believe that, and it's interesting. All of the paths I've been taking. Izzy jokes, she's like, "You're getting into icon status." I'm like, this feels really surreal. Like I won NABO Business Owner of the Year this year, and it feels all very surreal. That I think it's only because this program is so needed. So I could sell me all day. That's not it. It's the mission.
Okay.
And I believe that we need this tool to save businesses, to save, and people are using it for relationships. They've literally been using my framework. Well, I'm a relationship coach, so it's integrated in it. It's all about relationships.
So it makes sense. Oh, yeah.
And most business things are either about emotional intelligence, leadership, that kind of thing, or the business structure, the mechanics.
Yeah.
Nobody is combining both. Nobody. I mean, I'm doing the research. Nobody's combining both in that way.
Yeah.
So it really is a collaborative leadership model.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love that you kind of pointed out some different styles too. Husband and I are like that. I am, when it comes to decisions and I have an idea, let's do it, like you, where I'm, middle of the night, oh my gosh, I should do this. And then I have, my tablet on my bedside. I'm like writing it down. And the next day I'm like, all right, guess who has a new business, versus it takes him, we go to the same restaurant and it takes him so long to decide what to get to eat. And I'm like, I feel like I could have finished my dinner by now. So yes, I think that could be used in relationships, with your partner, with your coworkers and potential collaborations. Yeah. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you are literally glowing. So icon status, you heard it here first. I'll say
and it's only because I want that for the sake that I want this out.
Yeah.
Like I want people to have this.
Can we put it in the show notes?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, thecollabcode.com. Yeah, put it out there.
Yeah.
The quiz will be free. Literally, by the time this comes out, go to the website, take the quiz, send me a personal message. Like literally, I want to talk with you. I want connection.
So the quiz is going to teach you what kind of collaborator you are.
Yeah. What's your style?
Okay. So if you are over the age of, I'm going to say 32, remember those quizzes that you would take in like 17 magazine or like CoverGirl or golly, there were so many of those magazines, and it would be like, what kind of chapstick are you?
Oh, yeah.
That's how it feels. And I love that. I am here for that.
People love quizzes.
Yeah. Tell me what I am based on, personality traits and stuff. I'm a cherry.
Oh, you are?
Chapstick. In case you're wondering.
I'm strawberry.
I mean, I'm so on brand for you.
Big red, maybe cinnamon. I'm a little hot and spicy.
Yeah. Love it. Well, we did it.
Thank you.
We are done. I haven't come up with a creative way to end it yet. Some people, Christina, who has a lot of last names, so Christina Winter Cabañas with Squeegee Squad, told me I should get one of those things.
Oh, fun.
Thought about it. It's loud, though. So I only did it once.
Okay. It did not. We need to help you with a hook of your closing line with your brand.
It hurts your ears. Dr. Julie,
Yes.
chiropractor, said I should do a mic drop. My husband, the musician, was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Are you insane? So we're looking into fake microphones.
No.
Do you remember those ones that had like, it had the cord, but it was like this long?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it
It's
has
like a
that
cordless.
echoey-
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
So that's in the
Okay.
horizons. Stay tuned for that.
Could be. Or you could do like a dance to
Yeah.
like a dance off at the end.
Like that would be cute too.
chair dancing off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then
I've
you'll
thought
get
about
all
that.
kinds of personalities with that.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
The shoulders.
"What do you mean?" And then
or
you'll
they'll
get the
just kinda
sass.
stand
Oh yeah,
there.
I would be the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could do it all over again, there'd be no wish I would, should have been. Spend more time with my family and friends. If I could do it all over again, I'd wake up early.